say what's on my mind.
Who you know got it like that? Who you know really make that get laughed?
Welcome back to another DST Fitness video today, and for the title of today's video, you all know what it is. I got a question, and well, I really don't have a question, okay? This is just a video I'm making, but like, I know somebody's asking a question out there, but I got a question, and I got an answer for it. So, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So, today we're going to be talking about, is a ketogenic diet good or bad for you, okay? So, this is something that a lot of people aren't hip with, but they'll learn about it very soon into their fitness career in terms of dieting, wanting to lose weight, or you're not going to use it to put weight on, but yeah, wanting to lose weight, they hear about this, they hear that the results are great, so they try it out, okay? And you try it out, the results come fast. I mean, like, you're losing weight fast, you're feeling better, you're looking better, okay? You may be a little bit tired, but you're seeing results finally come through, okay? And then as time goes on, you probably start to question, is this really sustainable? Because you're noticing how you're not eating as much food anymore. You're really restricting your carbs, upping your fats, and upping your protein, and you're excluding a large majority of foods out from your diet, okay? And then that leads to something called ketosis, all right? And that's something that's hard for people to achieve. All right, and this will be a different video for another day, but I just specifically want to talk about, is a ketogenic diet good or bad for you, and is it sustainable? So in terms of that, you reach ketosis, your bodies go through these different transformations, okay, and you start to question yourself, is this really sustainable? All right, so we're going to go into the pros and cons of a ketogenic diet today, and we're going to hop straight into it. All right, so the pros of it. Yo, you lose weight fast. And I mean, like, the weight comes off fast. And the results that you see are monumental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think any other diet that you hop on, whether it's Mediterranean, intermittent, carb manipulation, like, any other diet that you hop on, you're not going to see results come fast like this, okay? So the results are going to be tremendously fast, okay? So that's the pro of it. Okay, another pro is going to be, I got my notes here because I wrote all this down, didn't want to forget it, you feel me? Okay, you're going to enjoy eating higher fat foods. Okay, so higher fat foods are more rich. Okay, they're more rich, they taste better, you're gonna enjoy eating it. Okay, your high fat foods are like beef, nuts, fish, eggs, even some candy, stuff like that. You know, those are like really high fat foods that a lot of people like to eat. And if you're on a ketogenic diet, that means that you're upping your protein, upping your fats, and you're decreasing your carbs. So you're going to get to eat those type of foods that you really want to eat and still see fire results. Okay, so you get to eat the foods that you really like to eat and see the results. A lot of people are going to really vibe with that and rock with that. Okay, and then on top of that, it's fairly easier compared to other diets, okay? This diet, ketogenic diets, is honestly very simple. It's a very simple diet and an easy diet to follow, okay? So if you're following another diet, let's just say you're doing carb manipulation, which is, in my opinion, I think is one of the hardest diets to follow, that or either intermittent fasting. But let's just say you're doing a carb manipulation diet, which a lot of people do, whereas you're not really affecting your protein or your fats. They're going to be affected a little bit because everything has to be inversely proportioned, but you're going to really be affecting your carbs, okay? And when you affect your carbs, you have to know how much you should drop, whether it's enough to drop, when to bring them back up, all that good stuff in order for you to lose weight and keep this weight consistently coming off. Whereas if you're not doing that, if you're not tracking it, it's going to be so much harder to then lose this weight. Whereas with the ketogenic diet, it's really like you don't have to track anything that in tune. You just have to make sure that you're eating protein, like your fish, chicken, beef, and eating your fats, your eggs. You get your fish in there with it, and your vegetables, like you know, very low carb stuff. Okay, and you're gonna lose a lot of weight fast. you will lose a lot of weight fast. And it's simple. It's so easy to just do. Like, you don't have to measure anything. You don't have to track. Just eat high protein, high fats, and no carbs. Eat your complex carbs such as like vegetables, but that's pretty much it. Okay, you don't have to worry about the calories and manipulating your carbs and all that good stuff. All right, so those are gonna be all the pros towards a ketogenic diet, whereas the cons for a ketogenic diet, in my opinion, outweigh the pros. But I want you guys to hear for yourself, and you guys can come to that decision at the end of the day. All right, so the cons towards eating a ketogenic diet. All right, the first thing is that it's difficult to sustain this over a longer period of time. Okay, so this goes back to what I was saying earlier. If you're on a ketogenic diet, you're taking out essentially like one of the main three macros that you need in order to sustain a healthy and active lifestyle, right? So you take this out, okay, and you're not eating this anymore, and you're then wondering like, well, okay, fuck, like I've gone X amount of days, weeks, months, even some people years without eating this. Like, can I get back to this? Can I eventually like put this back into my diet? And on top of that, okay, if I do, how can I do it correctly so I don't start to gain this weight back, right? Because you're not gonna want to just eat just beef and fucking nuts the rest of your life. You're gonna want to eat other things, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to try other things. If somebody's having a birthday and they're having a cake, that's all carbs right there. You're gonna want to try the cake. You're gonna want to eat the cake. But if you're so committed to this diet and you can't try something else, then what's the point? You know, you're not gonna want to eat it. So it's not sustainable. It's really not a sustainable diet. It's not a lifestyle diet that you want. So you got to be careful in terms of that as well too. Like, do you really see this being sustainable for you? Okay. Next thing is that it can be restrictive to important vitamins, minerals, and all other micronutrients that you can get from vegetables, legumes, fruits, grains, all that stuff. Okay, and all those foods I just mentioned are carb focused. Okay. And in those carbs, like I said, you get a lot of minerals, vitamins, just micronutrients that you need in your diet for you to be healthy and sustain that over time. If you're restricting that from yourself, from your body, from what you're eating, then it's going to be so much harder for you to just function properly throughout the day. Okay, because those vitamins that you need, they go into your energy. Those vitamins and minerals that you need, they go into your skin, they go into how you look, they go into a lot of things, and then especially like your internal organs and how they function. All right, so taking out that stuff and excluding yourself from that is going to be it's not going to be pretty bad. It's going to be bad for your health, honestly. Okay, so that's another point. Okay, another point is going to be you lose a lack of fiber. Okay, you lose a lack of fiber. All right, so a lot of those things that I just mentioned, they contain fiber. Fiber is a micronutrient, okay? And fiber helps you to poop. So if you're not pooping, you're constipated, okay? If you're constipated, you're not releasing this waste that's in your body. If you're not releasing this waste, that can then lead to some type of cancer, okay? It can lead to colon cancer, all right? So nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants that. So is it worth you putting yourself into that situation just so that you can lose weight fast, rather than doing it properly and balanced so that you can lose weight? You feel me? So that was another thing that I looked at, was that, okay, so is this worth putting people through and then potentially becoming constipated and not being able to have bowel movements regularly? All right, so those are a couple pros and cons that I found for myself, that I've experienced as well too. And I hope you guys got something valuable from this video. Comment, like, subscribe, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your cat. I'll see you guys in the next video.